Next up on the podium, I'd like to invite Dr. A.M. Singh, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Development of the Northeast Region. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Singh.
Respected Chief Guest, Madam Commerce Secretary, Ma'am, other dignitaries on the dais, senior officials from Government of India, from different northeastern states, people from media and entertainment, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you. First of all, I would like to thank the organizer and Ma'am Secretary to giving us opportunity to share our views and whatever sort of initiatives we have taken for the development of Northeast region. At the outset, I would like to mention that this ministry, this development of Northeastern region, is a very unique ministry. It is a region-specific ministry, not like a sectoral ministry which the other ministries are in a specific sector like health, education, or other sectors. So the primary job of the Northeast, this ministry, is to coordinate with all the other ministries for the developmental projects which other ministries are taking in this ministry. So ma'am, if you allow me, I have just a small presentation for that. I will just tell the initiatives what I have taken, we have taken in the last 1 year. Yeah, please. Go to the next one. Here in our ministry, we take 8 states and including Sikkim also, because generally whenever we talk about northeastern states, then we talk about 7 states, but whenever we talk from our ministry side, then we take 8 states including Sikkim also. Next one. And it is, I mean, what here in out of the 8 states, just giving certain features of and the developmental challenges what we have, that you think about that it covers about 3.7% of the population, covering 8% of the geographical area. And if you talk about population density, it varies widely from 16 per square kilometer in Arunachal Pradesh to almost 400 kilometers in ASEAN. 98% of the border common with China, Myanmar and Bangladesh. All the connectivity is sort of narrow 27 kilometers delivery corridor. That is one of the major challenges which we face whenever we talk about developmental issues in northeastern region. Difficult terrain, inaccessible areas, and then large investment on roads and other governance infrastructure, which we are doing for the last 10 to 15 years also. Then active insurgencies in some of the pockets is also one of the challenge for us to take up developmental projects in northeastern region. Next, coming to the long international border, you'll just see that it is bordering Bangladesh, China, Myanmar, Bhutan and Nepal. And this much total length of 5,537 kilometers we are having an international border. Coming to some of the positive features, next one. We have a natural resource base of oil and gas. We have limited mineral resources like coal and uranium. We have a strong potential of horticulture and floriculture. You talk about kiwi, you talk about pineapple, you talk about passion fruit. You talk about some of the floriculture also. Then we have a huge potential in northeastern region. Then tourism also is one of the great potential we have. And talking about service sector, the main potential of the service sector which we have here is a high level of literacy and English-speaking population, which I mean we always take it as a bonus here, and then we try to use it whenever we try to discuss about service sector in northeastern region. Then trade and business cooperation with Myanmar and Bangladesh and other East Asian countries, it can always result in positive sort of benefits to all of us. Then going to some of the policy interventions which we did from the donor side, that recognizing these special requirements and the features of the northeastern region, central plan assistance is provided on liberal terms to all the northeastern states. And there is a policy by the Government of India that 10% of the plan fund of all the ministries will be earmarked, and it will be earmarked for the development of northeastern region. It starts from 97-98, and it is not only that if any ministry will not be able to spend that much of money in a particular year, the money will not be lapsed. It will be accumulated, and that's why we have a creation of central pool, and where we have almost 14,000 crores now at present. It is with the Ministry of Finance, and every year for the national projects, the Ministry of Finance earmarks for railways and other power projects. Then some of the other policy interventions we have about that we are giving a lot of emphasis on the infrastructure. We are making a policies also which will especially cater to the needs of the local people. And another is Air-Peace policy, where we are promoting economic and cultural thriving Southeast Asian neighbors and development of Northeastern region. Coming to the mandate of our ministry, basically I just mentioned about that, it's planning, execution and monitoring, which of all the development ministries of the Northeastern region. And we are coordinating with other ministries to follow up the Northeastern related projects. And if, in addition to that, we have two flagship schemes called NER-CPR and NAC, where we are trying to fill the gaps of all the infrastructure activities. If Ministry of Railways or Power or Roads and Transport, if they are making their national highways and state highways, any sort of gaps are in between, Ministry of Rural will cater with their own fund, and that we call it NER-CPR or NAC. So we are doing with the help of that. And in addition to that, we have two corporations. One is exclusively for handlooms and handicrafts, that is Northeastern Handlooms and Handicraft Development Corporation. And then we have a Regional Agriculture Marketing Corporation, that is Northeastern Regional Agriculture Marketing Corporation Limited, that is NER-ASEAN. In addition to that, we have a finance company also, and with the help of that, we are trying to give venture fund to the small entrepreneurs also. This is a new initiative which Ministry of Rural has just taken a couple of months back. And now in the last, we are focusing basically on livelihood, capacity building and skill development. And what my colleague has just mentioned about, we are ready to support you in all sort of service sector in skill development. If any sort of training program, if you like to have in Northeastern region, Ministry of Rural would definitely like to coordinate and support that. I'm not just going into the detail about that because there are a lot of schemes which we have taken in railways also and in air connectivity. I would just like to clarify some of the issues which our one of our panelists, Sir Goswami, has just mentioned about. In Pakyong Airport in Sikkim, sir, it has already been completed now, and they have promised us, we have already an MOU with them, and by 2016 it's going to be functional. And now we are taking up another project which is now pending in Horangi. That is also going to be, there are some land issues there, but we are trying to coordinate with them, and very shortly it will be resolved. And then we are giving some sort of alliance also to the Air India, where we are having subsidiary, you can say, sector in the air connectivity. Very good. Where we are having exclusively connection to Shillong also. And then what you have just mentioned, sir, we are planning to do it for Jorhat also, but not in Nagaon, but definitely we are trying to do something for the Jorhat also. I'm not going into the detail about all the aspects about that, but what I'm just mentioning that now the whole focus of this Ministry of Donor is on skill development, livelihood, and what best we can do for the capacity building of the Northeastern region. And where we are thinking what to be, we are going to share with the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. And definitely we would like to take up some of the new challenges which you will, in our coordination, we will try to develop and we will try to do that. In addition to that, I just mentioned that, I just would like to mention you that in the last week or 10 days back, we have organized a huge Destination Northeast 2016 in Pragati Maidan, New Delhi. And where it was a 3-day event where 2 days we have focused on some of the specific sectors. Handloom and handicrafts was one of the specific sectors. Then one of the important sectors was skill development. We have discussed about that. And then how we are going to position the handloom and handicrafts not only in the domestic sector, but we are thinking about international demands also. So these are the few aspects which we have taken up, which I would like to mention here. With this, I would wish and I hope that this 2-day event is going to give us a lot of recommendations which Ministry of Donor would like to take up and along with Ministry of Commerce. Thank you very much.